Art knives are a unique category of knives that focus on design, appearance, and concept. They often contain exotic materials, ornate engravings, and meticulous details. They do not need to function as a tool. They are collected in a similar fashion as paintings, sculptures, and watches.
What's going on, guys? Melissa Miller, aka Melissa Backwoods, and we are in Las Vegas for the Art Knife Invitational. We are entering for registration. So the Art Knife Invitational is one of the most exclusive knife shows in the world. It is an invite only, and the exhibitors here are some of the best makers, if not the best makers in the entire world. So a real quick recap on what art knives are. They're not typical knives that you purchase to use or baton with. They are art pieces, and all the makers you're about to see here are true artists. A single knife might take one of these artists or knife makers many months to create. So I'm excited for you guys to see some of these pieces. So here's a booklet featuring all of the makers and the pieces they are bringing to the show. And then here are our intent to purchase. Coming in on Vince Evans, bladesmith, and Vince brought a very unique piece. Vince, can you take a moment to explain us this one?
Sure. The Mediterranean ear dagger. It's a unique style of knife because of these flares that they refer to as ears. It's actually based on earlier Bronze Age pieces from Greece. Kind of male jewelry, really. Male
jewelry. Okay. Is it okay if I grab it?
Sure.
Okay.
Very unique and unusual handle.
How long does it take someone to create something like this?
Probably there's like a month and a half in that, maybe. You're talking a week, probably in engraving.
Skeen starting bid $3,000, and you said this one's unique?
Yeah, there are only like a half dozen total pieces, and only one or two that are even complete, and so far in all of Ireland that they've ever found.
Here is a Viking arrow sword. This one is an open bid starting at $12,000. Look at those knot engravings with the Damascus. Wild. Coming in on swordsmith Peter Johnson. And Peter, what have you brought to the AKI?
Well, this is the sword Phosphorus. That is a name meaning light bringer, carrier of light. It's a myth that comes in many mythologies. It has to do with the gift of the gods, which is always a cutting sword. It empowers you, but it's also a danger. It's a reminder that when we hope to do the very best, we also very often cause the most damage. So the sword is a reminder of that. The form of the sword has its inspiration from the ancient Greek kopis or machaira or the Spanish falcata, and feel the heft of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go wax.
Yeah. Also a sub wrap, you can see some risers. So those are tiny cords underneath that are wrapped both for strength, but mostly also to create a texture. It's all about layering textures to get.
That's freaking cool. It looks like it's like scored there, but it's not. You know, it's just layering technique.
Actually, there's a little bit of scoring as well.
Oh, okay.
See, there are tiny.
Oh, those are scoring. Okay, and we are checking out the Edmund Davison hilt. This one has African black wood on the sub hilt tanto. Is it okay if I grab that, Edmund? Oh, okay. Yeah. This one is around $8,500. Wicked cool shape with that blade.
A triple grind. So you have a hollow ground here, flat ground, and a swedge. You have a tapered tang, African black wood handles, and windy crowl engraving.
We are coming out Ray Rybar. And Ray, what have you brought into the AKI?
Well, unlike most of the blades, these began with black sand or ore out of the Mekong River and the Perfume River in China and Vietnam. The year 2024 of the dragon. Consequently, that is my theme, the dragon here. This particular one had a lot of good color coming through on it. All of your minerals run together in your iron ore. Once it oxidizes, you can see a plethora of colors.
Oh.
The dragon is running all the way through. It's not engraved or etched. It's woven throughout.
Also, check out the stand holding this knife. It looks like a dragon too.
I wanted to take 30 seconds to thank today's video sponsor, and that is Whatnot. I live stream on Whatnot every month where I sell knives, I do a ton of knife and gear giveaways, I interact with the chat, and sometimes I even come in costume. Click the first link in the description below to sign up for Whatnot and get $15 off your first Whatnot purchase. Literally, they're giving you $15 for free. Pretty cool. Anyways, thank you Whatnot for making this video possible. Okay, let's get back into the video.
Okay, this is the Model 1 folding dagger, open bid starting at $15,000.
Kumbu is a gold foil similar to gold leaf, but it's much heavier than leaf. It's applied onto silver by heating the silver and then burnishing the gold. And then it is fused.
He said this knife was his ode to Montana because you have all of those aspens right there, and then you have the wind blowing the leaves throughout the knives. It's a what? Oh, it is. Okay, God, that's a tiny little, Whoa.
Weird delaying dots on top, so it's almost like a flipper.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Coming up on Jordan Lamo's booth, and this thing caught my eye. Jordan, what do we have here?
So this is a piece that I call Oracle. It's a dagger that's really exists outside of any kind of historical framework as far as I'm aware. And the themes that I'm kind of exploring in this piece are the idea of the future and being able to tell the future and the future being obscured. And so I have this kind of clairvoyant eye in the center of the dagger.
Okay, and this is the Ron Mel Fernandez booth coming in on the Mary dagger. Open bid, $10,000 minimum. Whoa. Stingray scabbard. And then you have engraving on this side. And then turn over, we have another engraving. And we have a little Easter egg right here on the pommel. You can see there is a little pearl right there in between some clamshell shaped pommel. We're coming in on Fabio Barro's table, and he's got some cool ones here, including a pipe tomahawk. But this one's cool because you can smoke out of it, and there's a smoke hole, and then you put whatever you want to smoke right there in that little hole. Look at all the checkering on that handle, plus the stand, plus the scabbard. Totally wild wooden masterpiece. Look at this option knife for $4,000. Look at the fittings on that. Very tight. Anders Hedlund, and he is going to explain the mechanisms behind Twilight Moon.
It works like liner lock, but it's two blades. You start with one, and it's locked. Turn it over, take the second blade, open it up, and it locks.
And now it's a dagger.
And now it's a dagger.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wonder if I could see, oh yeah, you can see all the little gold dots in there. They really pop.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing is loaded with little gold dots everywhere. Starting bid at around $9,000. This one is serious. Okay, Bertie Wrightfield dagger. This is his star of the show, the Pegasus dagger. Open bid on this is $18,000. Gold lapis lazuli handle. But check out the dragon skin Damascus, one of his specialties, forged all from here, all the way up. See that in the light better. It's kind of hard to get the angles, but man, it looks cool. We are coming up on exhibitor Tristan Dare, who makes some really cool pieces out of Meteorite composites.
Yeah, so this one has the St. Aubin Meteorite forged into it, which, if you're not familiar with it, I got a piece of it right here. It's one of the meteorites that has some of the highest percentages of gold they've ever found in a meteorite. Oh. This piece in particular I forged to preserve the natural crystalline structure inside the pattern, and layered with Damascus steel, and I got 24 karat gold across it, and then a Herkimer diamond from New York, which I inset into the handle and kind of made these ends look like they broke off and kind of exposed the gold underneath, if you will. So a lot of times what I'll try to do is reflect what I see in nature, so a lot like sea walls where you see the water crash up on the shores and it erodes the rock away and creates these holes. That's kind of where this comes from, and the idea is kind of how, you know, beauty inevitably succumbs to time. So this one was kind of interesting because I really wanted it to look like it was like an organism, like it was alive. So I carved this almost eye-type feature to have like an iris of mother of pearl. There's broken mother of pearl all through here with abalone shell, 24 karat gold spread throughout. The meteorites across the blade are forged in both the Damascus layers as well as every gold spot that you see. There's over 16 different meteorites that have been collected all from across the world that are all kind of blended into this pattern.
Coming in on the Seth Lopez booth, and this is Trinity. Open bid starting at $4,000. Look at the line and flow throughout that knife, and look at those tight fittings on that handle. This is a pretty painful process doing this right here, right? Getting those fitted to that handle like that, or?
Yeah, so that's what we call a keyhole fit up. So typically on most of the keyholes you'll see, you only have that center piece that's fit up.
Yeah, this one's wild.
Yeah, so this is what I'm calling a triple keyhole. So kind of pushing the boundaries and adding some complexity to it with those other two pieces you see on the side.
I've never seen a keyhole like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, the Damascus pattern in that is bananas.
And on this
Super
one, I
cool.
did something that I've never done before, which is just polishing out everything. So hundreds or thousands of years, kind of absorbing minerals and stuff from the earth. And so it gives it that natural dark color.
How the Damascus looks like a bunch of shark teeth layered up on top of each other. You see that right there.
Each side of the frame
Yeah.
on the handle is 6 individual panels married up together and individually file worked. So overall on the whole piece, it's over 4 feet of file work that matches up and is
It's a lot of
opposing.
filing.
It's a lot of filing.
Yeah, a lot of
It's a labor
filing.
of love.
Yeah. A little secret button right there that you can barely see because it's just so flushed. Man, I can't believe there it is. You said you go back and forth in both. Each does a little bit.
Exactly. As we start, I mean, from the Damascus all the way through, I do something, then he does something. And
Been bid $40,000 minimum. We have the Stolen Sun by Vasily Vorobriev. I'm probably destroying his name, but look at this insane piece. What's really cool about this is you said, oh, it's balanced right here, so the blade is actually not touching. You can see the blade's not touching the table right there. Okay, they're gonna let me pick it up. If I drop it, I'll only have to pay $40,000. Yeah, okay. It's got a lot of bidders, a lot of people interested in this piece. Open bid of $7,800. We have this tomahawk, and it's actually made of a caliper. This one's also from Vasily. And this one isn't for sale, but this is the Gem of the Orient by Buster Rowensky, valued at around $2.1 million. I think it's made of like 28 ounces of gold, got like 153 emeralds in it. This Buster Rowensky, a masterpiece. On display here at the Art Knife Invitational, pretty cool. We are coming in on the table of Alex Geff, and he is a knife maker and engraver who creates some of the craziest engraved knives. Shailen Monk's automatic folding knife at $65,000, and just check out, loaded with gold, bronze, silver, tons of intricate little detail. Now the action on this, so smooth. And then we have this one for $61,000. Oh, check out that dragon. And we're coming up to the table of Michael West. He is a Danish knife maker. Really digging this one, roots. Also really cool because you can see right here how he casted the metal over the natural piece of the root.
The Orthosera is 380 million years old fossils from octopus.
This is the fossil right there. This.
Yes.
Okay.
But on the other side,
oh, it's all over.
All over a big fossil. People come and say, "Oh, this knife is not really sharp." So, but look.
Hey! Oh, it's a sheath. Oh, okay. Ilya, tell us about your piece you brought with us.
It was a meditation on the circle of life and death. Almost all iron on the planet is basically meteorite or asteroid. Mm-hmm. And once we know that when a star starts fusing elements into iron, it's about to die. And it blows up and spreads iron all over the universe, which is one of the essential building blocks of life. So it's the circle of life and death, cosmic as well as particular events. So, and it's a key notion in almost all religions. The transformation of dead matter into living matter. Yeah. So as you can see, this is dead steel transforming into organic forms.
And then we have Melody, which is a tiny mini sword.
So technically it is a long sword, but it's a small sword okay. That's a long sword.
Oh, and you can see the violin when you turn it over. And can you turn to the other side? Sorry, I missed. Oh, hell yeah. Hi, Fabrizio. And then he's got, this is a seal big dagger wing. Look at that guard. So the quartz right here, and we have the quartz hidden right here on the end of the pommel. And then for $11,000, we have an integral dagger. And integral means that this is all forged from a single piece of metal. Some cool texturing there on the fuller. Little gold pins placed throughout to hold those scales in place. This one's a lockback right here. Fancy lockback. You press that, and then we can shut the blade. So Jean-Pierre Potvin's got Goddess and the Guardian Angel, and could you do that again for me, please?
Yep.
Oh, wow, look at all of the different colors too. The open bid on this is 9,000. I've never seen a piece like this before. And then we have the violin open bid at 4,000. A lovely and whimsical musical inspired piece. And then we have a really unique dagger here. We'll zoom in there on all those brass fittings. What's your inspiration from this?
My inspiration from the God, I think.
Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. Thank you. Tommy, it looks like you sold some of your knives.
I did.
They're gone.
I got lucky and 2 of them went.
Okay, but we still have some left right here.
Yeah, that's gold quartz inlays in that one.
Gold quartz inlays. I really like how that goes with the silver.
Yep.
It's a very exquisite slip joint too from Tommy. This one is 5,700. Oh yeah, I like the rose gold, the shield on that. 18 karat rose gold pins and shield on this slip joint. Thank you, Tommy. Thanks for, yeah, appreciate it. Oh, and big congratulations to Fabrizio Silvestrelli, who was awarded the Buster Award this year, basically a People's Choice Award for the show. And here's all the exhibitors getting together for a group photo. Okay, that wraps up the Art Knife Invitational. Hope you guys enjoyed the coverage of the smaller event and maybe get to learn a thing or two about art knives and how they come to creation. Really some brilliant minds of work out here. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys liked and what knives you enjoyed seeing. Okay, until next time, bye-bye. If you like things that are sharp and pointy, then maybe you should subscribe to my channel.